Hello, Quest. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you here on this very cold week. But today's Thursday, and it is beautiful outside. It's really cold, but it is beautiful. The sun is out, and so it's amazing. It can be 8 degrees, and when the sun's out, it melts everything. So there's really good stuff, okay? All right, hey, today I just want to touch on one thing really. We'll hear more about it this weekend, but this past weekend we had a student ministries retreat, winter retreat. We had 19 young people go, both middle school and high schoolers, and it seems as though they had a really great time. We also had 4 leaders go, adult leaders. So Scott Decano, Lauren Keith, Mark Patterson, and Kim Underwood. So if you see those folks, give them a big thank you, because what they're doing isn't easy. You go and sleep on basically plastic beds. I mean, they're mattresses, but they're covered in plastic. It's not very fun for an adult. But they don't do it to have fun. They do it because they care about these young people. They care about these students who are in an incredible point in life and of no choice of their own. At this age, they're growing up in this world, which is a very unique place. And so I just want to say to you how important investing in these young people's lives, these students. We talked about elementary school last week, but this week, I want to talk about middle school and high schoolers. So once again, the most important thing that they're doing, and in this age group, they're beginning to solidify their understanding of their identity. It's becoming more rigid at this point in life. Now, they have a lot of life to go, but it's amazing how decisions we make early in life affect us for the rest of our lives. And to have that change is not easy. So their identity, now they live in a culture that is saying you create your own identity. Now, in some ways, that feels so attractive, right? We have a lot of personal autonomy, personal freedom, and that you have both this responsibility and this freedom to decide who you are. But when you take it out of the context of a biblical understanding, we're really setting everybody free to kind of create chaos in this personal autonomy. Because there are some certain things, we call it natural law, certain things that are true in nature that are going to be true because they were established that way by nature itself. Now, nature, we understand as a believer, as a Christian, that we believe that nature is established by a nature giver. Creation follows the fact that there is a creator and that he created us in certain ways. And that he created us first and foremost to reflect his image, because we're image bearers. So whether we're male or female, we're image bearers. And that is kind of that foundational thing. But also uniquely in that, in being image bearers, we're made both male and female. Wow, isn't that's an incredible thought. And our culture has tried to reject that. It hasn't worked well for the culture. It's created more problems than anything else. But that we're made uniquely. And that in that developing of that identity and understanding that and enjoying that and relishing that and celebrating that, we've kind of created a mess. So we believe that these students in this process are really important for us to invest in. Now, one of my favorite authors, and you've heard me quote him before, is Francis Schaeffer. And in his book, He Is There and He Is Not Silent, speaking about God himself, he says this: there is something great about man. And we have lost perhaps our greatest opportunity of evangelism in our generation by not insisting that it is the Bible that explains why man is great. Now, it seems to me that all of mankind is trying to say, hey, we're great, we're valuable, we're important, but they don't know where to base it. They don't know where to moor that, where to anchor that thought. And so we base it on ourselves. And that becomes a very self-destructive pattern. But if we base it and anchor it in the reality that God made us, and he did it creatively, and he did it amazingly, and he did it purposefully, and that he knew from the very beginning of time who I would be, Now, I admit there's a sinfulness to me that he didn't desire. I've chosen that. But there's other parts made in his image, or image bearer no matter what, that he thinks is beautiful. So just so you know, investing in these student lives is so, so important. And I think we face bigger challenges today than we have faced in a long time, as the battle for the hearts and minds of these students rages in our culture. So get involved. That could be praying, that could be investing, that could be whatever. Maybe it's as a grandparent or a parent, obviously, or maybe as a leader here at church, or some way. Let's invest in the lives of these young people. They are the future. And capturing them now in a good, healthy way for truth and for grace will help this world reflect more of who God is. And I think it's important. All right. Hey, love you guys. Be well. Let's love those students, right? Okay. See ya.